Alright, so I thought I'd just show super quick the demonstration of the CryEngine No Shadows thing. So, for those of you who are unaware, essentially, this has been around for a while, but one of the more popular uh, content creators to cover it was Huge, where he covered this No Shadows exploit. And for those of you who don't play Hunt Showdown, it's a very dark, it's a very gritty game. So having something like a No Shadows exploit would be pretty game breaking. And I just want to go out right of the way and say that I'm not publicizing this to promote cheating. I'm more doing it to just bring attention to the issue. I believe that, if everyone kind of pretends that the issue doesn't exist and they try not to share it, then it'll never get fixed. It'll just live in the shadows and people will just cope with, oh, I got killed by a No Shadows exploiter for, the next little bit. But this is pretty much
Yeah.
where a
Before
lot
I
of
give you all the juicy-
people's. All right, no. Okay, yeah. So this is an excellent demonstration of it, where, and you can go ahead and watch this video. I'll link it in the description. But you can see as he runs through, a lot of the shadows that render in front of him aren't. I'll show you in a second. Right, so past like 20 meters, all the shadows don't render. This should all be shadowed up, and you can see how it generates in front of him. So essentially how this works is there's a config file in CryEngine's thing. I'll show you system.cfg. Right, and they've got these system.cfg files. A lot of games, they don't use these for certain things because it does affect quite a little bit of the engine operations. So Hunt, for example, doesn't have this file, so you will have to create it. But yeah, so essentially the way to do that, I'll show you, I'll go to my Hunt folder, is right in the root folder of Hunt Showdown, you can go ahead and create the system CFG file. And again, this is all public information. CryEngine is a completely, open sourced platform. Right here, I'll show you. CryEngine, this is all public information. I'm not, bringing anything, that's never been known before. I'll show you some of the CVAR list if I can find it. Not this one. Where was it? This one. Right. So all these again. We go back. These are the standard user files. Root system set CFG is the one we're going to be looking at. And I probably should have had it open, but I'll link it on my GitHub. That will have the system CFG file as well. So essentially, how to do this is you want to go ahead and create the system CFG file right here. And what I can do is I can pop it open and show you some of the things. So, main thing, so these are all standard settings. I think you can actually change these as well in the game.cfg, which is the other one that they use as CryEngine. Because again, this is a game that requires authentication, so it makes more sense that they use the game.cfg as opposed to anything else. So, right, so these are all just actually standard things. I'm pretty sure you can change most of these. Anti-aliasing, fog shadows, again, just trying to limit what CryEngine can do, or kind of limit what the things it can render by using this config file, disabling these, and then as well as a bunch of the renderers and shaders. So again, I just want to go, all of these things right here, all of these variables that I'm changing to 0 are available for free online. You can find them on CryEngine's, documentation and just, whatever you want. So it's not hidden. It's not something that I've decompiled from the settings. This is all just there. And I can, okay, this is in my Hunt game that I've got loaded up now. So I can go into the shooting range and demonstrate that super quick. Okay, so Yeah, it is literally that easy. Yeah, the only modifications I did were to that, creating the system.cfg file and putting the variables in it. And you can pretty much see the shadows don't render past, 20 meters. Right. And I can go, I'll show you a little more what it looks like. Again, the huge video covers it very well. This is totally allowed in-game. You can run it all you want. There's nothing stopping this. But I really, again, by putting the variables out there, CryEngine, or at least the developers of Hunt, can do something about it. Because they have done before. Like, R_color grading was something that was removed. So, like, these guys are really bright. I can see all the guys up there. A lot of the wooden things also don't render at all, which is, like, something to keep in mind. Things start to... Okay, I'll show you an example. And this happens in a lot of compounds where there's just, like, rocks and stuff, like these things, like, it honestly does make the game run better. Like, this is completely, bright out in the open. You can see right through that if I get a little closer. Then it starts to get all shadowy and dark. But this is insane for crack. I can show you another quick example of how broken this is. I'll make this quick. This is just... I've never run this in a game personally. At least, I'd like you to believe that. But, very clear interiors. These things, you can't even see them if they're running, headsman or a dark skin. So these are incredibly easy to see now. Just even the close one, even though the shadows render only 20 meters, it is still ridiculous. Like, everyone's fought people, down in those areas. Right, if you're peeking these, like, look at that. That is very, very bright. Like, you're seeing people in there. But anyways, yeah, this is just a quick demonstration of it. Again, you can go ahead if you want. You can read up on whatever each of these do, or you can copy and paste it. Actually, don't do that. I don't condone cheating. I shouldn't say that. But, I just want to put it out there. This is essentially how to do it.